What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Technocalypse Now. Do you browse the internet? Are you browsing the internet right now? I got some tips that can make it easier, more efficient, and safer. Stick around and see what's up.
Let me do my thing. Let me do my thing.
Okay, so the first tip is tab browsing. So we're using tabs to allow us to open multiple pages at the same time and be able to shift through the pages so we don't have to keep opening new pages. We can open them all at once. So we'll start with open up a window. Here's an Internet Explorer window. And so if you look in the corner, you'll see this little button here that's called a tab. If you click that, a new tab will open. If you click it again, another tab will open. If you click it again, another tab will open. So on and so forth. So in this tab, we got Google. In this tab, we can have whatever we want. Facebook. In this tab, we could do Instagram. In this tab, we could be Amazon shopping. So this is tab browsing, and what you do is if you're on Amazon shopping and then you're in between that and researching something, you could just click back into this tab or this tab or this tab, and you can flip through the tabs and make your web browsing more efficient. All right, so a lot of people have sites that they visit a lot or favorite sites that they always go to more. So what you can do is save those pages into your favorites, and you do it like this. So for instance, we got our 4 tabs open here. This is Comptroller Texas. Say we want to add this as a favorite to our favorite bar. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go right here on the star, click the star, go to the favorites tab, click favorites, and right here in this box where it says add favorites and down arrow, click the down arrow, and you want to add it to your favorites bar. Boom. So we're gonna add that to the favorites bar, and then we're done there. And if you'll notice, Texas Comptroller Home tab is now on my favorites bar. Now I can just click it anytime and it'll take me right to that page. And you can do the same thing with Chrome or Firefox. You know how you go to a website a lot and you'd like to be able to reach that website straight from your desktop without having to open your web browser and type in the address, or open your web browser and click one of your favorites that you favorited. Here is another way to create a desktop shortcut to your favorite site. Newegg's our favorite site for today, so we'll use Newegg in the example. And what you want to do is right up here in the address bar, all the way to the left, click that icon and drag it right onto the desktop. It will create for you a shortcut on the desktop directly to Newegg or your favorite website. Now we got a desktop icon here, and if we can go straight to the site just by double clicking that. So we double click it, and a browser window, Internet Explorer browser window, opens right onto Newegg's landing page, their main site page. Ain't that neat, right? And that's Internet Explorer. We can do the same thing with Chrome and Firefox. It's a little different on Chrome because you don't see the icon, but it's the same idea. Right at the very left of the address bar where the name is here, you're just gonna click it and drag it right over here onto your desktop. Drop it. All right. But yes, that's how you do it. All the way at the very left of the address bar, you simply click it, drag it over onto the desktop. Done. You have an instant desktop shortcut straight to your favorite website. So the next tip is going to be private browsing or incognito browsing. This works pretty much the same in all 3 browsers. So if you're browsing on the internet, wherever you go, whatever website you visit, most of them use cookies and they attach the cookies to your IP address so that every time you visit, and a cookie will store in your web browser so that every time you visit that website, the website remembers what you did the last time you were there. So the things you looked at while you were on the site, the pages you went to, everything you did while you was on that site, passwords, usernames, the site remembers that when you show back up with one of their cookies. Also, your browser caches temporary files and history. So every website you visit, your browser remembers that website and it stores the information. So you have a list in your browser. If you never cleaned your browser history, there's a long list of every website you've ever gone to since that browser was refreshed. So it could be a lot. It could be your entire web browsing history could be in that list. And it's the same for every browser. So when you want to browse in private mode or incognito mode, when you're in those modes, the browser does not accept cookies. It does not track history, and it does not store temporary files. So when you go to a site, it's kind of like you're anonymous, and when you leave, all traces of the fact that you went to that site are deleted or discarded. So there's no history of you going to that site. There's no cookies from the site on your browser. It's all wiped away. So the way you do that in Internet Explorer is to go to the Settings tab and go to Safety, and in private browsing, if you click that, a new window will open, and this is going to be in private browsing. And it says right here, in private browsing is turned on. So this is going to be your private window. Whatever you do while you're in this window won't be stored, won't be saved, won't accept cookies, will all be deleted. So that's how you do it in Internet Explorer. If we want to do it in Firefox, open a Firefox window, go to the three little bars. This is new private window. Click new private window, and a new window will open. It'll be private. Whatever you do in that window will not be saved or stored. All right, and it's the same in Chrome. It's called incognito. You do it the same way. Go to settings, open it, incognito window. Same thing, right? Now we can go through some shortcuts that will make your browsing experience much more efficient and easier to do. The first shortcut we're going to go over is opening up a tab. So there's a keyboard shortcut you can use to open a window as well. And that shortcut is Control T. So if we look on our keyboard, we're here. If we look on our keyboard and we press Control T, as you can see, a new tab opened. You can press it as many times as you want to open a new tab. Let's say you opened up all them tabs. Now you closing tabs and you accidentally close a tab you wanted to keep open. There's a shortcut you can use to get that tab back, and that's going to be Control Shift T. So you just closed the tab you wanted to keep open. Press Control Shift T, and that tab will open back up. And say it was 3 tabs ago you closed it and you remember you needed that tab. You can go all the way back into the history. So just Control Shift T, 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 T. It'll open all of the previous browser windows. Every time you hit T, it'll open the previous one before that. Sometimes you're on the internet browsing around and maybe you've been on there a while and your eyes are getting tired and things are just looking small. You got a really high def screen and you got that thing maxed out to the highest resolution it can have, and everything looks small. Press the Control key and the plus key to zoom in on the page really quick. read it. And then when you want to zoom back out, you just press Control key and the minus. Zoom you back out to whatever you want it to be. Okay, the next two keyboard shortcuts I'll go over is how to get back to a previous web page when you're just working in one tab and you visited several pages and you want to go back to one of those pages you were at before. So the keys to do that is Alt, the back arrow key, and Alt and the forward arrow key will take you back and forth through your pages, your previous websites you visited. So if we press Alt and go back arrow, back arrow, back arrow, back arrow, we can go back through our browser history and find a page that we had open previously. And then once we're done, we can go forward. We'll just go Alt, forward arrow, forward arrow, forward arrow, all the way back up to where we currently are on our web page. Thanks everybody for coming through and tuning in. If you like this content, give me a thumbs up, like the page. Got any questions, comment below. Until next time, YouTube, thanks for coming out. Peace.